So this is another episode of Why is Everybody Stupid? These posts are about helping people before and after leaving Islam, and we're in the group philosophy, ready to learn more philosophy. And now we're at bad arguments for why morality is not objective, plus how to form a good argument. So what I did was I took all the stuff from the previous discussion about morality is objective. I took all the criticisms they gave me and I put them in one document. Um, I also did this in another sub, the Lexfridman sub. There was more arguments that they gave me over there. Um, but I included those here too. So morality improves over time. So morality must not be objective. That's one of the arguments against the idea that morality is objective. And here's my refutation. Physics improves over time, but it's objective, so your logic doesn't work. And I include here, there are people who think physics is also subjective, so this argument wouldn't work on them. Morality is subjective because different people come to different conclusions on the same issues. My refutation. Some people believe the earth is flat, but that doesn't mean it's a subjective issue. And even among physicists, they disagree about lots of physics issues. Morality can't be proven true or false, can't be measured, so morality must not be objective. So here's my refutation. Moral ideas can be refuted like any other ideas. Ideas have purpose. Another word for that is goals, aims. Um, and one way to refute an idea is to explain how it fails to serve its purpose. Other ways include looking for contradictions between our best theories, creating universal principles instead of just using ad hoc reasoning. And the universal principles concept, using them helps us avoid contradictions. In this way, we can judge whether a purpose or a goal is right or wrong based on how it connects with everything else we know about the world. These are the steps we do in physics and every other field where the scientific approach is being applied. Morality depends on majority opinion, so morality must not be objective. My refutation. Something can be false even if everybody believes it's true. How many people agree or disagree with something doesn't give any indication as to whether it's true or false. This applies to all fields: physics, morality, and every other field. And note, this is why in the US government we have a constitution. If we only had the rest of the government without the constitution document, like, Congress, if we just had a Congress, that is majority opinion. Our constitution is set up so that Congress cannot trample on the rights of minorities or individual rights. Uh, Morality is objective because there's no correct answer to what is the best flavor of ice cream. Here's my refutation. The question is vague. What is the best flavor of ice cream? And therefore should be rejected for being vague. What does it mean by best? What are the standards of judgment for deciding what is best? Since it's not explained in the question is nonsense, and therefore the question has no bearing whatsoever on the topic of morality. And here's a clarification. We don't ask stupid questions like this in real life. This question is the type of question that ivory tower philosophers ask. It's silly and not connected to real life at all. Instead of nonsense questions like this, in real life, we ask questions like this. What is Rami's favorite ice cream? Like, let's say a family member of mine is going to the ice cream store and they want to get ice cream for everybody. So they ask each one of us, what is your favorite ice cream? Each one of these questions can have a correct answer. But note, suppose someone said favorite is still too vague. Great, then we can improve the question so that it's not vague by spelling out what is meant by favorite. And in the real example we're talking about, we could just ask, "Hey, what ice cream do you want?" Um, Morality and physics are subjective because we can't be 100% sure about anything. So my refutation here is you're confusing the subjective objective issue with the fallibility infallibility issue. Infallibility means perfection, which isn't available to humans, but we don't need infallibility in order to have objectivity. Just because we're not perfect doesn't mean we can't get closer to the truth. And that's part of what objectivity is that we can keep getting closer, keep removing errors and getting closer to the truth. Morality is subjective because that's what I feel, or that's what I heard in philosophy class, or that's the standard thinking in university philosophy departments, or that's what philosophers have been saying for 1,000 years, or that's what most people said in reply to my post. I'm including this not because it deserves a reply due to being intellectually serious, but instead because a lot of people actually made these arguments of this form, and it seemed that they thought they were saying something valuable. So I thought it's important to try to address everybody that replied. My refutation. There are no authorities on knowledge. Any source can be wrong, even if everybody disagrees. Just citing a source that you claim agrees with you does not have any bearing whatsoever on whether or not you're wrong. If you think your argument isn't represented, whether you said it before or not, please give details. If you think something I'm saying is wrong, I want to know so I can improve my ideas. How to form a good argument about this. Here's my recommendation. Give some examples of objective things and some examples of subjective things, and explain your universal standards of judgment for how you decide whether a thing is objective or subjective, and then explain your standards, explain how your standards place each thing in its respective category. Was there a comment? There is not. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to keep talking about this if anybody wants to. Maybe I can go look at. No, I don't. Did I? I don't think I. I think I posted something like this or this exact post at the Lexfridman sub. But it's not so quick to find it. I don't want to waste time trying to find it. I wish I had it ready because maybe it had some comments. Um, anyway, that's it for this one.